Hi everybody, this is Ian Trevethan. I am the Education and Outreach Manager here at the Sternberg Museum of Natural History, and this is our now weekly live feed, bringing the dome to your home. And today we are in the museum's Discovery Room. So, Discovery Room is sort of a hands-on area for mostly young, but even old people are welcome in here, old people like myself. So let's talk about what we've got in our Discovery Room. So if you look behind me here, this is one of the first things you see. And we are excited because we just reopened the Discovery Room. We had it closed for the first week that we were open. And we decided that traffic was light enough that we could open this and feel like that there was a safe enough amount of people that they could socially distance safely here in the Discovery Room. So one of the things behind me here is a ginormous spider, and this is an orb weaver, which is the same kind of spider that you would see in like the Charlotte's Web movie. She was an orb weaver. Of course, orb weavers aren't really this big, are they? This is, I don't know, 10 times the regular size or something, maybe 50 times. I don't know, how big do you think this is? How scaled up do you think this is? Big?
Big.
I think they're really this big. I actually had an orb weaver crawl on my shoulder once. I was actually cooking on our barbecue grill, and I screamed and threw the plate of food and rolled around on the floor and tore all my clothes off. It was very embarrassing. And then everybody laughed at me because it was just an orb weaver coming to say hi. So let's go over here. This is actually for our toddlers. This is sort of the really sort of beginning area. And usually we have all sorts of stuffed animals in here and little puppets and stuff to play with, but we've removed those just because we wanted to take an extra precaution. But often we have lots of hands-on stuff in this area. We have little rocking chairs and stuff, but because we're trying to be a little bit careful in the age of COVID-19, we've kind of removed all of our stuff. But this is a nice area. We still have our chalkboard. We still have all of our books. And looks like we have our hands on our toys, which actually this is my favorite, is our collection of dinosaur toys. Let's go over this other way. So if you come over here.
Bye.
Hi.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So I spent a lot of time while nobody was here organizing these dinosaurs. I'm particularly proud of my dinosaur organization, although it looks like somebody has played with it since then. Who could have possibly played with my dinosaurs? But I don't know how much time. I spent like an hour and a half during, I don't know, there was some discussion or something going on here. Maybe it was a live feed. Might have been during a live feed. I can't remember. It feels like we've been doing this for weeks. So, our dinosaur and other animal section. You'll also notice that there are ginormous bones going on in the background here. So these are whale vertebrae. So these are backbones of whales. And again, these are all hands-on. Of course, the stuff up on the shelves, we suggest that you ask before you touch, because some of it's hard to get, but we'll be glad to take it down and let you see it, should you come in here. So again, more whale vertebrae, lots of rock specimens in here. And this is kind of one of the really cool things. So what we've got here is part of a whale skull. And this is actually a touchable feature in the Discovery Room. And kids can climb on it and check out the detail up close. The only real rule here with this is we ask that you take your shoes off, because shoes can damage the bone. And what's going on here is this is actually the back half of the whale skull. The front half and the jaws are sort of missing. But what we're looking at here are the orbits. So this is where the eyeballs would be right here. So you can climb in there and sit in a whale eye socket. Woohoo! All right, more hands-on stuff over here. So this is actually, when I was in my first year of grad school, many years ago, I would actually come here to study in the afternoons because I really found it to be a good place. So there's all sorts of places to sit and read books and draw or do work. In fact, there's somebody doing exactly that right over here, which is a great example of what I was talking about. So this is a young mind at work. What are you doing? Are you drawing?
Yeah.
So you're drawing stuff, and there's all sorts of stuff up here that can inspire you. What are you doing? You look like you're being a frog. So we have frog people here. So if you look, again, we've got all sorts of, are you okay? Okay. We've got all sorts of fun specimens, and we try to arrange it sort of according to their habitat, but it's a little bit loose, so sometimes you'll find a misfit in here. But you can see we've got all kinds of turtles here, and then another frog person, and then these are ammonites, or actually these are nautilus, I think. But we try to have our squid, so that would be a marine, sort of a marine theme over here. I like this stuff over here. You've got frog, fish anatomy, you've got mouse or rat anatomy, so you can do a dissection without actually having to really touch the juicy stuff. I really like this. I think these are a lot of fun. It looks like somebody was already working on that. You're everywhere. All right, so in here, we've got all sorts of drawers full of cool curiosities. So this is a lot of dinosaur stuff. It looks like a lot of it's been removed. In fact, it might have been removed by yours truly, because usually when I'm not stuck inside the museum, I'm out traveling around all over the state, and I have a special tote that I fill up and carry around with me when I travel, and it's full of dinosaur stuff. And I think when we first closed down, I loaded up my trunk with a bunch of stuff in here, and I haven't unpacked it yet. So remind me to do that later, Rachel.
Okay.
So we've got teeth, we've got claws. Normally we have brain casts in here, but those are one of the things I think I stole. This is a dinosaur skin impression. That's pretty cool. So all sorts of fun stuff in here. Beyond the dinosaur stuff and the fossil stuff, we've got more. This is more recent fossils. So this is a mastodon tooth and a mammoth tooth, so you can compare the differences. This is cool. This is a plasticized shark dissection. So again, you can look at how the anatomy of an animal works, and you don't have to be in a lab, and you don't have to touch all the juicy grossness. You can just see it. It's all done for you, and it's all very rubbery and plasticky, so it doesn't decompose and smell funny.
There's some owl pellets.
And then we have owl pellets. The cool thing about owl pellets is they're like little treasure troves. So for those of us who like to dig for fossils or bones, who have an interest in anatomy and what creatures eat other creatures and what you can learn, stuff like the kiddo over there that was doing art. What are your names? Like Frog Lady and Artist Girl. I feel like I should call you something else other than Frog Lady and... Okay, well, anyways, they're shy. It's okay. So we've got owl pellets in here, and this is what an owl pellet looks like, right? The cool thing about owls is, they eat other things, usually rodents, but sometimes snakes, sometimes all sorts of stuff. Watch out, there's a frog person behind you. Although you're not walking like a frog anymore. You're much more walking like a
Cat.
Tiger or something. All right, what was I saying? Owls.
Owl pellets.
So owls are predators. They eat small mammals usually, but sometimes they'll eat snakes and other things. So the stuff that they can't digest, like hair and some of the bigger bones, they end up their stomach sort of works it into a ball, and then they regurgitated it. It's not like throwing up, but it is. It's its own different thing. It's not like, when we get sick and our stomach goes, bleh. It's not like that. This is a regular thing for them. So they actually regurgitate these little pellets, and it's like this nice little package. And so weirdos like myself have spent a lot of time opening these little packages up to see what kinds of things that they eat. And sometimes you can find, in this case it's a bunch of little bits, but I have found articulated, almost completely put together little rodent skeletons. Sometimes I've found baby birds. So all sorts of cool stuff in here. So just an idea of the kinds of things that they eat. So in this case, you've got a pocket gopher, you've got a rat, you've got a vole, you've got a mouse, and then you've got a shrew. So all sorts of good stuff for the owls to eat. And these are all things that you can find on our nature trail out back. So again, good representative of nature in action. And we learn a lot about how predator and prey relationships work from examining that. So again, you've got butterflies, insects, more butterflies. So when you come in here, you've got a whole plethora of things to go through, ranging from fossils to insects to rocks to invertebrates, invertebrate fossils. These are my second favorite thing besides the dinosaurs to play with. I love the toy lizards and reptiles that you can play with. That's it. Most of our hands-on stuff has been removed. But again, fun stuff. So this is a model of what a human ear looks like. And you can kind of take it apart and you can see what's going on in the human ear and how that all works. So basically, we do curiosity is what we do. We try to think of anything that a kiddo or even adult might want to learn about. What's that?
My favorite animal.
What is your favorite animal?
A horse.
And what can you tell us about this horse, Rachel? It's not alive.
Not alive. He's probably old when he died.
How would you figure that out? No, you can't move it.
He still has his, I guess.
Yeah, they're pretty worn.
You can probably call it either like where's my hand? There it is.
I hate it when you lose your hand.
Yeah. These, either people.
Kind of canine-ish.
Yeah, so sometimes they're called wolf teeth or eye teeth, depending. I usually call them wolf teeth. But horses have those just kind of left over from evolution. They kind of serve no purpose, so a lot of times when horses are born with them, they're either removed, or sometimes horses, because we remove them all the time, they're not born with them anymore, but those are the eye teeth. And then you can tell horses by their, you can tell their age sometimes by their teeth. So he was just looking off by the angle, I don't think he was too terribly old. It kind of have to
That's hard because, you can't.
Yeah, he doesn't have the, he didn't develop this groove. I can't remember what this groove is called, but usually older horses around the age of 10, they develop this dark groove that goes along there. But
maybe he was brushing his teeth.
He could have been. I don't know. And also just the angle. Usually when older horses are really, really old, like age 20, they jet out pretty much like this. So, but his teeth are not. Maybe around 10 years old, maybe? Maybe less than that, somewhere in there. But, and then we got.
It feels like he's got pretty worn teeth here, but it's hard to tell unless I took it all apart, and I don't want to do that. I don't know if I can do that.
And our horses, their teeth, so he looked like he had some uneven wearing, and that's why once a year we have to do something called floating our horse's teeth, which pretty much means we file their teeth down to eliminate sharp points that will rub up against their cheek. But horses,
I was looking at this,
Yeah,
That looks almost like some sort of pathology there.
right.
So maybe infection or something of that sort.
Right. Well, looking at his teeth, he probably had some pretty gnarly stuff going
It's
on.
like gum disease of some sort. That doesn't look good.
Right.
So interesting things that you can learn from just observing even modern bones. So let's go to some of the more alive things. So we've visited these animals before, but we've got a ton of live animals here in the Discovery Room. So we've got all sorts of children and reptiles. Children are not reptiles. I have discovered this. So we've got a lot of snakes in here. We've got a lot of lizards. Well, okay, we don't have a lot of lizards. We have a few lizards. I don't know if there's one out here. There's a glass lizard here, but he kind of looks like a snake. I think our other lizards are...
Where's the glass lizard?
The glass lizard is right here.
Okay.
Western slender glass lizard. Or if I haven't had coffee, he's a glass wizard.
So why is he called a lizard? He's missing legs. Why is he not a snake?
Because, number one, he's got eyelids.
And snakes don't have eyelids?
Yeah, and he's got what we call a tympanium, which is a fancy science word for ears. So he's got ears. He can hear. Snakes don't hear like we do. Snakes feel vibration, but they don't. And you can scream at a snake, and he would just look at you. Screaming at a lizard, not so much. That would give him PTSD. Don't scream at lizards. Okay.
There's a rattlesnake.
And we have a very pretty copperhead rattlesnake. I think this is one of the prettiest rattlesnakes there are. I particularly like that eye. Makes me think of dragons. And all of our insects are out right now. Wonder where our insects went. What did you do with all of our insects?
I think she likes being on camera.
You don't have any insects? No, so it wasn't you? Okay.
Okay, Ian.
Okay, so again, an example of more hands-on stuff. What do you suppose this is? Do you know what this is? Touch it. You can touch it. What does it feel like to you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
Do you think it might be an animal of some sort? What kind of animal?
Buffalo?
Buffalo, yeah, or a bison is what we call buffalo. Very good. So we've got our bison skin here, so you can feel how thick their fur was, right? You can see why it would be something good to keep you warm. See why people have made use of bison for many, many years. And then back over here.
Hi there.
Hi there. We've established that you are a Boy Scout.
I am.
You are. I believe you. And then I would be remiss, I guess, if I didn't point this out. So this is a portrait of a lady called Thea Haugen, who is our emeritus naturalist and Discovery Room guru. So this is a portrait of her that one of our former students made a few years ago. And that's how we sort of imagine Thea to be. Sort of a crazy purveyor of magic and animals. And you can still see Thea if you look closely. She has retired, but she's still here. Usually somewhere doing something. So this is our homage to Thea. My life would be utterly boring and devoid of fun without Thea. So it's good that she's always here. All right, anything else we want to add? You want to say anything about the Discovery Room?
I like it.
She likes it. Excellent. Good words. All right, so that's all we've got for today. As always, we'll ask you to like and share our live feeds. We will be back next Friday for a new and exciting topic. Until then, we will see you later. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. We'll see you later.